with it.
Alright, I'll refresh and
Check, check,
okay.
testing, 2, 3, 4.
Hang on a second. Yeah, I hear everything on my end.
Yes, okay, we'll get to it then. Alrighty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this, thank you for sticking through the technical difficulties. Welcome to the very first live stream on twitch.tv with myself and David here for Minor Project. So basically what we're doing, we're playing online matches on WWE 13 and we're going to talk WWE 2K14 while we play. So say hello to everyone, David.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? Thanks for having me on.
Definitely. Alrighty. We're going to get in match. Now, sorry if the quality is not the best, but it's the only way we could go along with a smooth stream because we were having a ton of difficulties a little bit ago. And from the looks of my end, it looks pretty damn good. How's it from your end?
It's not that bad. It's good enough. At least you can see it somewhere. But it's not like totally fuzzy and everything.
Yeah. Alrighty, so we're going to do this first match, and once we get the match going, we'll begin our WWE 2K14 discussion, which is going to be interesting because what we're talking about is our thoughts on what is in the game and rumors of stuff to be in the game and what we want in the game in the future. As we introduce to you the first opponent, and it's me, my character. By the way, the character model I'm using of me is a character model that is used in the COG company IWA, which is cool.
It's pretty badass character.
Yeah, and it's like, in my opinion, if this character was for real, with this kind of guy, best in the world right there. So, yeah, there I am. With my Mini-Tron. And speaking of Trons, we're going to be talking a little bit about those in this stream as well, as far as like cosmetic stuff in the game that looks sick. And this is my custom arena called Burning Massacre that I made myself the other day.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Yeah, wait till when you see how the match will go. It's going to be even crazier. And David is playing Alberto Del Rio. And yes, I can roll my R's out of nowhere. Okay, I guess we can go ahead and we can get started with... Oh, and you got the updated red attire. Sweet.
Yeah, I added that on there. So we don't need to see his issues.
Alrighty, and now we're going to see how the lighting is. So this
Almost
is
like
eerie
vintage
lighting.
game lighting.
Yeah, this is game lighting. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about with the games is the... First thing we're going to talk about is the big game mode that was just announced at SummerSlam Access, which was the new 30 Years of WrestleMania mode. So basically, I'll give my thoughts first about it. First thing is first, this is basically bringing over Legends of WrestleMania over to the updated games, which I think is pretty cool because if you guys ever played Legends of WrestleMania, it wasn't that great of a game because the controls were confusing. The graphics and stuff looked awesome, but just the gameplay and the controls was just not that good. But there was some cool stuff in there, and they basically put most of that in WWE 2K14. Like with the 30 Years of WrestleMania, it's reliving 45 classic WrestleMania matches, which is great. And some of the matches that's confirmed to do is like Hogan and Andre from WrestleMania 3, Savage Steamboat from WrestleMania 3 as well. Even like Rock Austin from Mania 17, Rock Cena from Mania 28, Triple H Taker from Mania 28. Let's see what else was there. Hogan and Rock from Mania 18. There's going to be, and Shawn and Flair from 24. So there's going to be a shit ton of classics that you can do in the game, which is great. What are your thoughts about it?
I really like it so far. We have a lot of people ready for that, and it seems like it's kind of like a separate story mode. So I'm pretty sure we will get news maybe about the regular story mode. I like being able to relive all the moments and everything, and I'm surprised like we're gonna be able to get all those WrestleManias now in there. So it's really gonna be cool to play like WrestleMania 17, 18, and do all those type of crazy moments and everything that I know and love. So this game actually really so far is looking to be one of the best, probably as good as WWE 13. And I'm really curious to see what else is going to be in the works as things go along for October.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And also with 30 years of WrestleMania, they put in every single WrestleMania arena ever from 1 through 29, which is awesome.
Yeah, we never got that before. We only got like a few WrestleManias, maybe 2 or 1 if we're lucky.
Yeah, like in the older SmackDowns, occasionally there'd be more than one WrestleMania arena. In Legends of WrestleMania, you had 1 through 15 because it was only around the first 15 WrestleManias. Which those were cool too, but we could get WrestleMania 17 and recreate that show. That's awesome. Plus, the WrestleMania 24 set, arguably the best stage setting in wrestling history, because that was an awesome set. So it's
I don't
cool
know if
to.
it showed, was it outside or was it inside this year for the game? Because I know it was an
24.
outside arena.
Yeah, 24 was outside. I think 29 was outside as well.
Yeah, it looked like they showed it inside though, so I don't know how they set it up exactly.
Yeah. But also with 30 years of WrestleMania, also with the roster that was revealed over the weekend on Saturday afternoon during the epic SummerSlam Access weekend, getting pumped for the game as well as for SummerSlam. They revealed JR, Jerry Lawler, Damian Sandow revealed the roster for the game. And I don't know all the names, but there's a lot I do remember. There's like Andre the Giant, Brock Lesnar's 2 different attires, his current attire, as well as the cool retro look.
We got Goldberg in there, Razor Ramon.
Kevin
a lot of
Nash
people that we
when he
haven't
was
even seen in the game before, most likely, for the most part, just about.
Yeah, and like John Cena from Mania 20 in that attire, which is cool. Even like the return of the Purple Undertaker, which is awesome.
That one was really badass.
Yeah, plus with the and we'll get to more about that later on, but also we got like the classic Triple H from 2000, which was cool. Yeah. And like, but yeah, I think the one guy I was super pumped to see in the game again was Goldberg, because they had him with his 2003 attire. Because if you remember in Here Comes the Pain, he was in the game and he was one of the best people to play in the game. And in fact, all of my Here Comes the Pain episodes on our YouTube channel have been me playing with Goldberg, and I've finally uploaded the month of June on there yesterday, the last. Or at least I got like 1 episode left. Or actually, no, I did upload all of the month of June. Now all I got to do is upload the month of July, and then I'll get back to recording more season mode of Here Comes the Pain, which will be up. It will be up before the year's over, so you don't have to worry about that. But with Goldberg, his attire in Here Comes the Pain was his classic black shorts. Now with him in the game, now it had him with how he looked at Mania 20 with the black and white tights and the knee brace, which was pretty cool. Ultimate Warrior in the game, of course, you would have to pre-order to get him, or you have to wait about a month or 2 whenever he gets updated to the WWE shop like they do every year to get him.
Yeah, I was glad enough to even get that. I was thinking about getting the Undertaker version, which looks really awesome, but it's actually a lot more money, which is really suckish for me. But I'm actually happy that I got the game anyway. It's going to be really awesome. It looks like that we got Miss Elizabeth that's confirmed in there, which is really sick with the Macho Man. I like that detail and everything. And we got Lita with Edge in there, so there's going to be a lot more managers and all those type of characters, it looks like, too, as well. I
And
like that touch added to the game.
yeah, and speaking of managers, there's another little component with 30 Years of WrestleMania. Well, also with manager gameplay, it's basically how it was in Legends of WrestleMania, where, say, like, here's the best two examples. In Legends of WrestleMania, when you did the reliving the Bret Hart Yokozuna match from WrestleMania 9, Mr. Fuji threw the salt in Bret Hart's face. You could do that in Legends of WrestleMania, but now you can do that kind of stuff in WWE 2K14. Even with like Paul Bearer, he's in the game, which is great. You can do like things where you could hit your opponent with the urn, which is pretty cool. So yeah, there's some cool cosmetic stuff done for managers to make the managers seem important. So, but yeah, that was really cool that they did stuff for managers again with abilities with them and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. And
Yeah, that's a
speaking
really
of
great
the,
thing, and the details are a lot more too. They look like they've improved a lot. It almost looks even more realistic than the game that we're playing right now. So it's kind of like a 3D model that they kind of use, and it just goes into great detail. It's almost like literally lifelike, and it really is impressive.
yeah, and like speaking of what we were talking about a minute ago with the Phenom edition of the game, if I
Yeah,
get to pre-order the game, I'm getting that because I want an Undertaker autograph. Plus, with how it looks coming in in
yeah,
like a big tin coffin, everything inside, even the game, that looks sick. Plus, it comes with the American Badass Undertaker, which was the first version with the blue denim stuff, which honestly, in my personal opinion, when he wore the blue denim, he looked terrible in it. I preferred him when he was the American Badass, not the big evil version of the American Badass where he had short hair. But when he was long-haired American Badass, I preferred him when he wore black leather because it made him look like how he was in the Attitude Era, in like the early stages of the
yeah.
Attitude Era.
That's
That
true.
was the American Badass look I liked the best.
Right.
The blue denim looked crappy, but what looked worse was when he wore the snakeskin pants at Survivor Series 2000. That was
Yeah.
terrible. Absolutely terrible.
I really hope that we can still be able to somehow unlock the Undertaker, even if you don't have the Phenom edition. Maybe like in one of the WrestleMania story modes that we can probably unlock him. I think that would be really great, or just get him as a DLC. So hopefully we will still get that chance. I would love to play as him. I'll be definitely playing as him a lot, and including some of my storylines. So hopefully there will be a change up with that, and it's just not on that package that they do have.
Yeah. Now to the other features that are in the game this year. We've got the brand new OMG moments. Now we know OMG moments were implemented in first in WWE 13, and the OMG moments that we had were the new catch finishers, which were awesome. The spear through the barricade, which was great. And the ring breaks with super heavyweights was awesome as well. So it was cool. And also the suplex to the outside of the floor was sick. So yeah, and then the improved table breaks with the announce table was cool. So those were the OMG moments we had last year. This year we've got, I believe, 5 OMG moments new. We got one where you can put your opponent's head to a ring post and kick his head in, which that's cool. A DDT on the ring apron, which is very brutal. New catapult finishers, which was based off of catch finishers, is where you rebound your opponent on the turnbuckle, and then we do the catapult finishers. Like, I guess it's used for any finisher. Like like we saw in the game, the first gameplay stream done for WWE 2K14 yesterday or Friday afternoon at the Access.
Yeah,
We saw a catapult yes lock. That was
that was
sick,
awesome.
as well as a catapult shell shock. So catapult finishers are going to be great for these games. Um, the other OMG moments I believe that were implemented. There's 2 more that. Oh, and also there's another one I forgot to make it a total of 6. Double finishers. And speaking of OMGs, you're about to see one right here. Right here for you people, this was one of them that was in last year, the superplex to the floor.
Which I do not need right now.
Unless you do
trying
them
to
off
get
the
some
steps like
offense.
Cena did to Bryan. But and then like there's double finishers in the game, which you'll have to have 3 finishers where you can do, and there's only a few double finishers that were announced: a double AA, a double shell shock, and a double choke slam. There could be others coming soon, but
I'm pretty
who
sure
knows?
there are many others coming soon. I don't think that was just going to be it. I'm sure most of the superstars can use them, especially like the main eventers. So I'm pretty sure we will get to see at least a good few more, and then we'll see by the time when the game actually does come out in October.
Oh yeah. So yeah, those are some of the OMG moments that are announced or soon to be announced. Um, there's also the I'm trying to remember what else that is in the game that was new. I guess that's all we have for that portion. Now we're going to talk about stuff that is rumored to be in the game. For instance, the one that has been rumored for the longest time has been a possibility of a return of a game mode that I thought could have been its own game because it was that amazing of a mode, and it was General Manager mode that was in SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 through 2008. And that game mode was amazing, off the charts.
Yeah, exactly. That was one of my favorite modes to play. I played it basically hours and hours. And hopefully it does make a return. I don't really care that much for Universe mode. It was alright. It kind of like felt like it would be connected with that. And if we can have a little bit of mixture of both, I think that would be pretty damn cool. It didn't have to really end to me. I wish it didn't have to end like around 2008, and then we could have seen that mixture, like I said, with Universe mode, and then I thought that would have been fine. And there's just so much you can do, and it's like a continuous thing, so it didn't really end. And that's what I really liked about it. And you could do so many things with that, and it's just really something awesome. And I know not a lot of people do like it, but I thought it was something really cool and something different. So it made it for a fun gaming experience to me.
Yeah, so if it comes back to the game this year, that would be really cool.
But
Now, oh, go ahead.
no, you're good.
Okay. And now to another rumored game mode that might be brought back, and it's a game mode that, I mean, it's better than like Road to WrestleMania and stuff, and it's a lot more real. But I really do wish they would make a regular season mode again. But with this mode, it's still really damn good. And it's the possibility of a return of career mode. Not like the career mode that we had in like SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, 2010, which that was all right. But the career mode that I'm referring to is, and it's shown that it's a career mode that is based off of Day of Reckoning, which I had Day of Reckoning, and it was an amazing game.
That was a great series.
Yeah, and the career mode in there was basically where it's like, if it's rumored to be in the game, it's supposedly supposed to be like Day of Reckoning, where you start out in developmental, which is pretty cool. And yeah, we're getting the connection back on the match. Now we're back. But anyways, so yeah, it's like it's going to be like you could start out in developmentals and NXT, which is awesome. Then I think you'll get promoted up to superstars, and then you get promoted up to the main roster, which is a proper career mode, and then with storylines involved, just like it was in Day of Reckoning, which is awesome.
Yeah, that was great too, and then you can build up your character very slowly, and that's how I like most wrestlers to be built. You start up from the bottom, you go to the World Tag Team titles or whatever, and then eventually make your way to the main event. It really made it for a more challenging experience, and that's what I really loved about it.
Yeah, so if that game mode returns, it's going to be amazing.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And then there was another rumored feature that I'm not too sure about. But there was a possibility of like the implementation of maybe an Attitude Mode 2.0, because if you saw in the opening trailer for the game, Stone Cold's Minitron said Attitude in it, and that gave me the idea that maybe they're doing Attitude Mode again with the rest of it. Because if you remembered in WWE 13, the Attitude Mode was from SummerSlam '97 through Mania 15, which wasn't bad. But really, Attitude Era really for me began at WrestleMania 13 and ended at Mania 18. Me personally, but a lot of people say it was Mania 17, which is a valid one. But I personally thought Mania 18 was the end of the Attitude Era. But with how the Minitron was with Stone Cold, that gave me the idea that maybe we're seeing an Attitude Mode 2.0 in the game.
It could happen. I mean, the way how it ended, it looks like maybe we might get like a little bit left over what they didn't really get to finish, and then we'll probably get like the continuation of the Ruthless Aggression era. Maybe we'll get to see a little bit of that, and then it seems like to me they're going to be showing a little bit of everything. So maybe we might get to see a little bit of the same stuff, and then what other stuff they didn't get to finish, and then it'll be like a mixture of somewhat what happened with all the other games and everything, and continuing on from there. That's the way how I kind of see it anyway, in my personal opinion.
Oh yeah. And if you hear button mashing, that's us playing this stinking button mashing submission system. Which I'll talk about that thing.
Yeah, they
later.
did actually change it up this year a little bit. It seems like.
Yeah, from the gameplay footage from Friday, it still said breaking point. So.
Yeah, it did.
But also I forgot a few things that were in the game that's confirmed. If you saw on the Friday stream, the gameplay stream, the audio system has been improved big time. Like the crowd is probably the best sounding crowd on a game in a long time, and with a new and improved mat sound, which was awesome.
I noticed that. That was really cool.
Yeah, well, that was pretty sick. So that was pretty cool that they did something like that. But also with character models that we saw in the game, like the Ryback model looked way better than last year's. Last year's it was cool.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
This year's
when I saw it, that really scared the crap out of me. And usually Ryback usually doesn't, but when you see him in the game, especially how detailed he really is, he scares the crap out of you. If you didn't see it yet, then you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you can go to the WWE Games YouTube channel, and they got 2 of the 3 streams on there. We'll talk about those here in a little bit. But also with Ryback's character model, like his entrance was improved. And yeah, there you saw a catch finisher. Which is sick. But with the Ryback character model, his entrance looked way better. And yes, I just won.
Got lucky.
But yeah, like I was gonna say, yeah, with his entrance, it's updated, and with the lip sync, he said "wake up," but it wasn't mentioned through the mouth. But I'm sure they'll fix that, because on Daniel Bryan's entrance, and he's got the beard, thank God. And with his entrance, it's the no entrance, and you heard him say no. What I think would probably happen, they would make 2 separate Daniel Bryan entrances. Yes,
I really hope they do. I'm sure they probably are ready to do that, and that was really freaking hilarious just hearing that. Great details once again, and they just really know what to do, especially with something like that. That was just one of the funniest things I laughed at that.
Yeah. Also, with a couple of bug fixes that were fixed in the game with the online and also with offline. The one bug that was somewhat a forgotten bug, but I couldn't help but notice it. Like every time I played against a computer player on offline, anytime I pinned somebody, it always went to a 1 count. So they fixed it to where you get 2 counts. so you can get the dramatic finishes and stuff. So that way the matches seem more better. Because yeah, in WWE 13 it was just nothing but one counts, one counts, one counts. I'm like, how do you kick out after one, people?
Yeah. By
Which
the
is
way, I got
strange.
you. I'm just trying to get logged in right now.
Yeah. And then the second big bug was with online mostly. If you noticed in the early parts of our first match we just did, it was almost a reversal fest, which sometimes reversal fests tend to get boring when you play against other people. So they have it fixed to where once you reverse a move, you automatically can do a move to them, which is fine because it helps make the match better. So, because yeah, whenever I play against different people and it's a reversal fest, and it gets stupid and boring. So they fixed it to the point where once you reverse a move, you can automatically do a move to them, which is cool. Now to stuff that I and David want in the game. I'll start out with what I want to see in the game. First is the return of season mode, the old school season mode with where you can play as anybody you want and stuff like that. And that leads into the next thing. And I always mention this when I talk about these games, before they come out. The one thing, the biggest problem I have with the games now is the superstars move sets. Like there needs to be more character specific move sets for each superstar because it's like back in Here Comes the Pain, or actually before I get to that, I crunched the numbers from SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. Out of the ground grapples, 23 superstars had back chop number 4. 21 superstars all had the knee smash. And this one I found was pretty funny because back in Here Comes the Pain, Triple H had a move that was exclusive to him, which was like a deathlock move. I looked back for every superstar on Here Comes the Pain. Nobody else had that move. It was exclusive to Triple H. Yet in SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, 18 superstars had the deathlock, which was pretty stupid. So it's like, Here Comes the Pain, like every superstar, like Kurt Angle, Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, freaking Kane, RVD, hell, even Goldust, all had moves that were exclusive to them that nobody else had. And it's like after Here Comes the Pain, the move sets for each superstar got gradually more and more and more generic, which kills like back when Road to WrestleMania was in the games. I mean, I hated it because it only put you in the boots of the big name stars instead of letting you be under like undercard, mid card guys. Which, if you only have the big superstars have different move sets and everybody else feels the same, then there's no point in playing with guys like Justin Gabriel or somebody like that. And that goes back to what I said about season mode. It's like if you have different style superstars to play in the game in the season mode, then that makes the game worth playing a lot more. I know you can do that kind of stuff in Story Designer, but you honestly don't want to sit there and wait for somebody to make a story for like Justin Gabriel or make it yourself. You should just be able to go in and play. Um, there was something else with him too. Yeah, that's the one thing that needs worked on with these games more than anything is the move sets with superstars. Then the final thing that I want to see in the game is a better submission system because the submission system that was used for the longest time that's now back in the game is the button mashing submission system, and they started that in WWE 12. And I'm like, I don't understand. Why would they go with a system like that. I mean, granted, it's way better than the struggle submission system. The struggle submission system was terrible. It was just garbage because it wore out your analog sticks, which sucks for your controllers. But the button mashing submission system, it's better than struggle submission. But the reason I don't like button mashing is because when you play online with cheaters and spammers who have retarded move sets, most of them, when it comes to submission system like this, they'll use turbo controllers. And I guarantee you that when, say, like, if you go up against somebody else different online and you're playing with somebody who's got a turbo controller and they put you in a hold, you're going to tap out within 2 seconds, which sucks. Even in non ranked matches, they'll go to extreme lengths just to win for some reason. And it's not very good for your online community because it's like not a lot of people will play online if all you have is cheaters and spammers with retarded move sets, with moves that can't be reversed, and people using turbo controllers for submissions. That's why I don't like the button mashing submission system, is specifically for that reason. The submission system that I think would work the best for these games is the submission system that was used in Day of Reckoning, where it was like you put them in a hold and you move the right analog stick up, down, left, or right to select one of 4 different types of submissions. There was like rest holds, taunt holds, submission holds, and drain holds. Rest holds would mean that you would regain your health. Drain submission, you would drain their health or their momentum. Submission type submission, you would try to make them tap. And taunt submission, you would regain your momentum. So that's the kind of submission system that would work for these games. But also, if, let's say, like your opponent could even pick, it's like you get to pick a selection and your opponent can also pick. And if they pick the same thing you picked, then they can reverse out of the hold. But if they get it wrong, then the submission that you picked would work against them. So that submission system would work better for the games. And if they can't do something like that, then maybe like a quick time event. As much as some people hate quick time event submission systems, it is better than just mashing buttons because, again, button mashing stuff just encourages people to use turbo controllers. And then the last thing, and I forgot about this, and actually 2 things. Next, the targeting system. The targeting system that they've had for the game for the longest time, this auto targeting sucks. It's terrible because you'll hit the air before you hit the person that you want to hit, which sucks. And they had this in All Stars, where it should be how it is now. You use the right analog stick, up, down, left, or right, to select somebody you want to face. That's how the targeting system should be. And now the last thing, and it's a thing that needs improved for WWE 2K14 because it was brought back in WWE 13, and it was the championship editor. Last year, it was only to where you can just change the colors of the plates and the strap, which ain't very good for something like that. If you could recall, in SmackDown vs. Raw, in the first SmackDown vs. Raw through 2008, you were able to customize your own championship belt. I love that. They should bring it back to where it is like that, which hopefully they'll fix it to where it can be where you can make championships from scratch. Because I'd love to make a X Division title with the X on it. And that's all I've got to say about what I want in the game. Now, David, you can get to what do you think you'd like to see in the game.
Yeah, getting back with what you just last said, especially about the championships and everything, being able to recreate some other championships that are not even in the game. I thought that was very good, especially there's a lot of creations out there, and people like to do that a lot too. With the game that we're playing right now, you can kind of do that, but it's only for the championships that they do have. So it really doesn't really do that much. But like the other games, like for the SmackDown series, we were able to do that, and that was really nice. So hopefully they'll bring that back into the game. Another detail that I did like about one of the Road to WrestleManias was we were able to go backstage. I thought that was cool. You can interact with other superstars and kind of like do mini games. I thought that was fine. So we don't have to have exactly Road to WrestleMania, but like a different type of story type of mode. And if we could do that, I thought that would be really nice to add in there. And actually have more people be able to do a lot of stuff and have more storylines going into that. And definitely, I would like to see maybe at least some sort of like general manager mode and a mixture of, like I said, with the universe mode would be really interesting. Or just bring back general manager mode. And definitely, I think that would be really awesome. Just to name a few at the moment as of right now.
Yeah. All right, and I guess since we pretty much got through pretty much everything we wanted to talk about, and yeah, and I won both the matches. But this was I think this stream turned out pretty good. From my end, it went smooth and stuff like that. I'll definitely recheck the page on our Twitch page and stuff like that. And for those of you who are watching the Twitch stream, we do have the YouTube channel, which is YWC Gamers Extreme on YouTube, where we've got over 100 videos done within almost 3 months. That is remarkable.
It's impressive.
Yeah, 105 videos to be exact in just almost 3 months.
Yeah, I should have at least maybe 2 more as of right now. I just did the whole King of the Ring, so that was really awesome. It's like an 8-man tournament that should be up very soon. It'll be in 2 parts though, so I should have a few changes on my end and get my game capture card hopefully very soon by next month, and everything should be running a lot more smoother, and then the game quality will be a lot better than the one that I have right now.
Yeah, and for my videos, I might upload 1 or 2 episodes of my Here Comes the Pain story mode today, regarding so I can delete like all the stuff I have on my hard drive, so I can start. It's like out with the old, in with the new, so that way I can get started on making the rest of the season mode, because I'm now up to the month of August, so we're in SummerSlam time for my story mode on Here Comes the Pain. And for announcements for future content, there may be, since I got Fraps on my laptop, you might see some Minecraft gameplay coming soon from me. I'm gonna try to see how I can make the frame rate on my Minecraft better, so that way when I upload any gameplay from Minecraft, it'll be smooth. I might upload a preview of it like tomorrow, like a 2-minute preview of my Minecraft, because I plan on starting a Minecraft series where I'm going to be building like a few like huts and like venturing out to fight boss battles. So I guess the series will be called The Battle of the Bosses from Minecraft, because I got a ton of mods in the game, which will make the game even more fun. So be on the lookout before the year's over for a Minecraft series once I can get the frame rate on my Minecraft to be better, and we'll see how it goes from there. There will also be potential more NASCAR content, more with like PS2 NASCAR, because I've got a shit ton of NASCAR games for my PS2. So you might see like a season mode from like, say like NASCAR 2006 or 2007 or so. Probably more likely maybe 2006, or with the new game that came out for the NASCAR game, which came out last year, you might see a season mode gameplay from it, possibly.
That'd be awesome. I should be getting some new games too eventually soon. I was probably looking to maybe get The Last of Us, so I might put that on there. Maybe some of the new Grand Theft Auto stuff on there for the new Grand Theft Auto game coming out. I'm looking to try and get that. And I don't know, depending on when you're going to get WWE 2K14, I'm going to be actually getting it that day. So maybe as soon as I can, then I can probably put some one of the first gameplays on there. I'll try and do that.
Yeah, and then like after a while, after me and David play the game, we'll do another stream like this, except it will be with the actual game, and we're gonna review it together on a live stream here on Twitch. So, as far as potential Twitch streams, you might see some more in the future with like other games from my end. Like there could be like a NASCAR stream with crazy online racing with some of my PlayStation friends. You might see some of that. And you might see Minecraft streams like once I can figure out how to do live streams of Minecraft and stuff like that with like multiplayer stuff, which would be cool. And also with potential games I might get GTA 5, which will be cool. I'm definitely getting WWE 2K14 and another game that you'll be seeing some content of in the future is Gran Turismo 5. I'm going to get Gran Turismo 6 when it comes out. And that game looks amazing.
I can't wait
Gran
to get
Turismo.
that. Hopefully, I will get that too as well. I was looking at getting that one.
Yeah, if you can, so you can get pumped for it, you could get a Gran Turismo 5 for just $20.
Yeah,
you can get like the special edition at Walmart for like $20, and once you get like the XL edition, you can get a code to get all the DLCs for free.
That's a dope deal. I might look into that. Yeah.
Yeah, you might get that, and we can do online racing together for potential streams and videos.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, so we could both get pumped up for Gran Turismo 6 because Gran Turismo 5 was a great game. At first, it got confusing for me, but I got used to it. And the graphics in Gran Turismo 5 looked absolutely real. It's like the sky graphics look just like real life buildings and stuff, the tracks. It was pretty cool. Hopefully with GT6, it will be even better, and I can't wait for it. So GT6, I'm planning on getting it. So the three games I plan on getting is WWE 2K14, GT6, and GTA 5, and you're going to see a lot of content from those. And who knows, maybe in the future we'll get more computer games and we can do computer gameplay. Say like David wants to get a Minecraft account, we can do multiplayer Minecraft stuff.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm actually kind of interested in a little bit of that.
Yeah. So that's just an update, and for this stream, I might try to find a way to upload this whole stream on our YouTube page once I can figure it out. But in the meantime, watch the Twitch page stream, and you're gonna love it. It's a little hint of what will come for our Twitch account, and who knows, maybe in the future for other YouTube gamers. Maybe if we get good enough, we can afford money to go to like E3 or RTX or PAX East and meet up with like YouTubers such as Uberhacks or Nova and Kutra and all the Creature Hub members. By the way, speaking of all those channels, go subscribe to every single one of them. Uberhacks or Nova, Kutra, Dan's News Machinima, Z Machinima, Seamus PKC, Immortal HD Films, and The Camping Tree, aka Spoon, as well as the Creature Hub channel. They do some great stuff. The Creature Hub, they have a lot of comedy videos as well as gaming videos and Creature Talk podcasts, which is pretty cool. And speaking of podcasts, me and David might start a podcast channel in the future where we do podcasts on iTunes as well as YouTube. Who knows how that will go? It might be a long time before we start something like that, but who knows what the future holds with that. But in the meantime, thank you very much for checking out this stream. We're going to sign off here and hope you enjoyed. Anyways, I'm Thrash Maniac 99.
And I'm Fort Minor Project.
Peace out.